Hey there. You like what you're listening to? Well, you listen to old Kache here. When the fires are burning and poison arrows are raining from the sky, you know what Kache always says? He says donate to our Ko-fi account so that we can keep making this podcast. The check's in the mail.
This episode contains audio effects that may be disturbing to some listeners, as well as depictions of violence and corporal punishment. Listener discretion is advised.
A podcast by the Intergalactic Improv Initiative.
Ride of the Valkyrie, Episode 9, Lost Signals, featuring the voices of Hans Cummings, Shay Grové, Chase Hutchison, Hunter LaPaglia, J.D. Kelly, Leah Ryan, and creator Kaya Renwick. You feel so lost, so cut off, so alone. Only you're not. I should roll. Last time on Ride of the Valkyrie, the crew of the Valkyrie, after being sent by Arya T'Loak to investigate a string of unnatural deaths in Omega's poorest district, brought back some of those bodies for examination by none other than Dr. Morden Solus. Morden, intrigued by the mysterious symptoms, agreed to look into Zin's missing artifact in exchange for a first-hand account of what is causing these deaths. We left our intrepid heroes in the Hum Tunnel, directly after Gratch had scratched the Element Zero rich rock, setting off a cascade of lightning which resulted in the following experiences. For Gratch, for Bean,
we are coming. You are home. Help us. Save us. We are hungry. Don't leave us. Bring us with you. We understand you.
for Zin,
That one is not safe. These ones will protect that one. Those ones will mock that one. That one's soul name is beautiful.
for Kache, for Carver,
Forget who you are. Little boy thinks he can fight. He will make you forget. Give up yourself. Give up your soul. We will consume you.
and for Titoh.
Bind them.
No, please!
Your life is ended. Your soul is forfeit. Your identity is erased.
March 15th, 2184. Terran Universal Coordinated Calendar. Omega Nebula. Sarabaric System. Omega. The Barrows.
Okay, you have all rolled your wisdom saving throws. You have all experienced the aftermath of those wisdom saving throws. What do you do?
You mean other than have a existential crisis?
Well, there's that, yes. The moment passes. You have that 20 to 30 seconds of very intense auditory hallucinations, and then it dulls to a mild roar, sort of in the back of your head, depending on what you guys were hearing. So it's present, but it's no longer overwhelming, and you are able to speak to one another. The initial explosion, as it were, has passed.
Am I aware that this has been triggered by Gratch's feet touching the ground?
I would like you to roll me insight for that, because canonically Titoh was the only one who saw the lightning. It wasn't actual, we're not talking Force lightning Palpatine strikes. It was sort of this ultraviolet sort of thing.
6.
You have no fucking clue.
Right.
You heard something that, as far as you could tell, did not agree with anything you were seeing. And I don't know how everybody else would have reacted to that. Maybe we should do a quick roundabout and how did that go down with everybody?
Why can't Gratch touch the ground? Gratch can't touch the ground. Why is Gratch in the air? I don't understand. Cache! What do you want?
Yeah, Kache is gonna put Gratch down.
Okay.
But also say,
Just hold on there, little buddy, before we get ahead of ourselves. We should stick together.
and can I roll a persuasion?
I mean, yeah, that would be charm, or I think probably charm in this case. Doesn't seem like you're trying to be intimidating.
Yeah.
Chase, you're deciding the DC on this.
Oh, that doesn't matter. 3.
Okay. So unless Gratch is very willing to be calmed down, I feel like that's probably not going to go very far.
Gratch is not very willing to be calmed down.
How about other reactions while Kache is attempting to calm Gratch down?
This one believes this one has received a message from the Enkindlers. They have spoken directly to this one. And Zynamondan's protoplasm kind of quivers in the Hanar equivalent of the way you would suspiciously look around at everyone around you. And I will move myself away from everyone else.
Okay. This part of the tunnel is narrower than the one you guys were in initially, so there's up and down the tunnel for sure.
Yeah.
Just to keep that in mind for everybody. Shay, you were going to say something.
I'm kind of overwhelmed by all this, what I heard, and simultaneously really pissed off with Gratch. So Titoh is just sort of like holding her head and be like, what the hell, what the hell, what the hell? And like kind of looking around, realizing that Zen has clearly also received something. And I'm like just looking now at Kache and Gratch, partly to, but also to see if they've been affected at all.
Okay. Let's check in with Carver and Bean.
So Carver,
I was gonna say.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
no,
never mind.
You're good.
No. Oh no, bro. I insist.
No, Poncho, bro. I insist. You go.
Now we're dancing.
Oh my gosh. Fine. I pull my arm. I was gonna say Bean's fear response is absolutely freeze in this instance. They've just gone fully still mid-step. They look like they're shaking a little bit, and just like their breath is super, super shallow. Mutterings. They don't understand what's happening.
And background to Carver?
So, just point of clarification.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, at the end of last session, of course, there was that, the loud, droning noise that was affecting all of us differently. With what has happened, is that still going on, or is that kind of seceded? Okay.
It's still there.
Is it the same intensity, or is it,
It probably... in relative terms, it probably feels a little bit less intense than it did before because you just had a massive spike.
Fair.
So as you come down from that, you'll probably notice it more. But even as we were going, you and Bean were already hearing voices.
Yeah.
As you were approaching, if you'll recall. So.
Well, upon hearing what Carver has heard, frantically, I'm just gonna like start looking around as if like scanning to see if there's someone else like there with us. And then I'm assuming upon seeing nothing, Carver's gonna go over to Bean and just put his hand on their shoulder as like just an affirmation of like, are you okay? And then kind of just look to the rest of the group to see what everyone else is doing.
Let's check back to Kache and Gratch.
Gratch is not calming down. No, I will not calm. I have voices in my head.
And Gratch is gonna like spin and like wrestle himself out free from Kache's grasp and like land all fours, like touching the ground, like
what? Voices. The Reapers are here. I told you the Reapers are here.
Okay. Tiny point of lore here. It's 2184. So
we don't know about Reapers.
Gratch clearly has heard of Reapers somewhere because this has been a point on several occasions. But I just want to make sure that everybody else is aware that this is not common knowledge. And for that matter, Chase, it's up to you how accurate Gratch's knowledge is and where he might have gotten that.
The hallucination from the minisode.
Well, yes, indeed, which I, at the time, did not think about. So that one's on me. But yes, so are you staying in one place and looking around, or are you on all fours and taking off in a given direction?
Circles.
Gratch is crawling around in circles and looking around. And where's it? There's the voices. I don't know where the voices are.
And Gratch is kind of losing his mind a little bit, but mostly in the area, like a dog.
This one does not think that we have anything to fear from farmers performing their harvest.
Experience something, obviously varying degrees of something.
Kache interjects after that.
What the hell are you talking about?
Gratch seems to be terrified of these reapers. As this one understands it, reaping is the way you harvest grain.
For fuck's sake.
But the Enkindlers have told this one something very important, so this one will float over here for a while.
I still don't understand a damn thing of what you're talking about.
Okay, everyone just pause. Something has clearly happened. We've all experienced something, obviously varying degrees of something. Gratch is apparently dreaming about farming. Zen is having a revelation from their gods, and I am experiencing something pretty dang terrifying. So, let's just regroup.
I agree. Did anybody hear anything specific, like words, or I heard some not great sounding, very threatening things, so not godlike, I wish I'd gotten that, but that was not my experience, so.
The Enkindlers told this one that all of you are dangerous to this one. Perhaps you intend to betray this one and steal the museum's money. This one will have you know that this one will destroy the black card before this one lets it fall into irresponsible hands, or tentacles, or claws. I draw my gun.
My hands are up.
Am I close enough to try to disarm Zen?
I mean, you guys were all relatively close together, as far as I understand. So, I mean, I would.
How tall is the ceiling?
Maybe 4 yawns.
That would have been the logical place for me to go to get away from everyone if there were people behind me.
Yes. If you went up, yes.
Yeah.
So you're floating in the air, standoff.
Yes, if Zen has risen, then you'd have to jump real high.
Zen has risen.
Zen will come again in glory. Uh-oh.
So, follow-up question.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if I would need to do, like, any kind of check for that. Well, I'm assuming I'm going to have to do a check. If I were to attempt this, obviously, 5'7" short king Carver Fairbank likely doesn't have... he didn't play basketball on Arvuna, okay? Height is not his forte. But I would say I think he's nimble enough to maybe, like, wall jump, like, up maybe enough to grab a weapon, potentially. Could there be a check for that?
4 yawns high? What kind of vertical you got there, buddy?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm going to go off the wall.
The question is, how long are Zen's tentacles? Are they long enough that you could grab them like a balloon?
So Zin is probably like a little bit more than a yawn long, I would imagine. Total tentacle length. And I would also imagine that they typically float around the 2 yawn mark. So they've risen about 1.5 to 2 yawns. You are at just shy of 2 yawns, so you're gonna have to wall jump at least, like we're talking like 6 feet here to get within range. So I will let you try it, but keep in mind that this was all kicked off by Gratch scraping the floor. And it is gonna be an acrobatics or athletics check with a reasonably high DC, plus a contested check to see whether you can actually disarm Zin.
Okay. Follow-up question. I apologize. I'm taking up so much time. Instead of trying to disarm in a traditional fashion of like wrestling the weapon free, would I be able to still try to like wall jump, or not even necessarily that, but just jump normally and like toss something to maybe knock the weapon free?
You can try. Yeah, you can certainly try.
Okay. Would that still be acrobatics or athletics?
If you're jumping straight up, I'm gonna want an athletics to see how far up you get, and then I'm gonna want. We don't have an aiming skill.
Dex check?
Yeah, probably just a straight.
Does anybody have a lasso? I feel Bean should have a lasso. I feel like.
Or shuriken.
Yeah, right? A straight dex check to see if you can knock it out. And then Zin, I would like perception, because it's quite dark in here. And then also a dex check. And so the DC of whether Carver can manage this is going to be affected by how high he jumps and how closely you notice what he's doing.
Okay.
I love y'all. Jesus.
I want to let this play out because I'm living for this, but Kache does want to do another persuasion check on the whole group to try and restore some sort of order, but I'm letting this play out because I want to see this happen. Because I'm rooting for Carver right now. It ain't the size of the dog in the fight; it's the size of the fight in the dog, and I'm so here for it.
You're damn right. Let me go. All right. You said acrobatics or athletics.
Athletics if you're just jumping straight up. Acrobatics if you're trying to jump off the wall.
Okay.
Let's go.
I'm gonna try to jump off the wall, just to get a little bit of extra height, hopefully. And that.
In that case, I also want a luck check.
Oh no. Okay. Well. Okay, I got an 18, and then luck. Luck's just like a straight D20, right?
Straight D20. Yep.
Okay. Fuck. Come on. 19.
Okay. All right. Now I need the dex check.
Oh, okay. I think I do 3 rolls in a row. I'm second guessing. I'm like, do I need to switch dice? Have I used up all my luck on this D20? 14.
Okay, Zin, I need that perception check first.
Do I add my proficiency bonus into that too?
That depends on the skill and your class and stuff.
Oh, right. Yeah, right.
Race.
If it's a straight dex, then I would say no.
No, I mean for the perception, it's fine. Chase reminded me of what I ought to know from playing D&D for like 40 frickin' years. So that was a 10. The perception check was a 10.
Okay. All right, then contested dex check, please.
How about, can I use acrobatics?
Acceptable.
That is a 23.
Sorry, Carver, you miss. You do. It's a beautiful wall jump, and you manage to not scrape the wall on the way by and create another wave of horror for everyone. And whatever you toss, what are you tossing?
Oh, I didn't think that far ahead, if I'm being entirely honest. I kind of forgot I had asked about tossing.
Your gun?
Was thinking I was just going to be grabbing it. What do I even have? If this were D&D, I would say, oh, I have a cord of rope, but I don't know what I have that's tossable other than grenades, which I am obviously not going to throw.
I mean, if you could toss it, you could toss an inactive grenade, as long as you don't prime it.
Yeah, this sounds like a terrible idea.
I was about to say.
Yes, I agree.
I was about to say, I don't want to do that. Do I still have Do I still have MREs on me from last episode?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna throw a fucking MRE at him.
Okay. You miss. Zen sees it coming in the glittery light and just kind of yanks the gun away.
Twirling across the ceiling, twirling to freedom.
And then we'll pop back over to Cash.
So I pre-rolled whilst this was happening. I got 16 on charm.
Okay.
And Cash says loudly, hold on there, everybody. Just wait a damn moment. All I heard was mechanical noise and buzzing. Obviously, we've all heard some different things, and we should just check what we've heard and how real it is. Because I know some of us here in, sub-Saharan or something, so it's worth making sure what we're hearing is what we're hearing, if you know what I'm saying.
So anybody who wants to challenge the charm check, that would be, I guess, resolve. And you'd have to beat that 16.
I rolled a 3. 4, so 7.
Cash is charmist.
So, get charmed.
Gratch is... Wait. So, the voices aren't real?
Well, that's what I want to know. Because I don't hear a damn thing.
They feel real in Gratch's brain. Gratch's 2 brain cells are confused.
What did you hear?
I heard zombie sounds.
Gratch, how I have missed you.
What about rest of you? What did you all hear? What was said specifically?
This one heard the Enkindlers say that those ones will not protect this one. Only that one will protect this one. That one being the Enkindler doing the speaking, and those ones being all of you, in case you are confused by the Hanar manner of speaking. Since I have built-in Omnitool stuff built into me, do I have a recording of that?
Sure. Actually, wait. Let me think about this for 2 seconds. Because it's a but it's a. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say it surprises you that you do, but I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. I will play what I heard for the rest of the group.
Okay.
That one is not safe. These ones will protect that one. Those ones will mock that one. That one's soul name is beautiful.
Kaya, it's not Halloween anymore. What the fuck?
I had so much fun putting these together this morning. It was great.
Well, we didn't hear no waves, and there ain't no water around here. So, how real is that? Carver, Titoh, Bean, any of you hear anything like that?
In essence, except mine had a lot more screaming. A lot more screaming.
I also heard screaming. That was more similar to my experience.
Go ahead, Hunter.
Question. So since it was able to kind of work with the Omni tool, the Drell, the what are they called? Solipsisms. Is that can we hear what Titoh heard?
That depends on whether Titoh wants to recall it.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
If Titoh chooses to recall it, I will upload the file for you.
Hey, Titoh, want to go through some fun trauma just for the group?
There's a trauma bonding. But quick clarification. Solipsisms, they're semi-involuntary, right?
They can be.
Okay.
So I would say that this would be roll me a luck check.
Okie dokie.
I'm so sorry for asking.
No, this is good.
Carver's the worst, you know?
16.
Okay. In that case, I will say that you can feel it. You have been very deliberately shoving it back, but you can feel it. And it is your choice whether to let this one come out or not.
Well, this is not my own memory, and I feel like it's going to be worth it to the group to know, because it may potentially affect us all, so I'm going to let it happen.
As this is starting,
She screams.
Bede's just gonna reach out for Titoh's hand, like as this starts to take over.
At first, Titoh's a little like stiff, but like as the solipsism starts coming in, she'll like tighten her grip on your talon. Hand?
My talons.
Like gradually more and more and more, like over time.
Find them, it commands. She begs for her life. The strike hits again, metal on metal. Your soul is forfeit. She screams. She screams. It strikes again. She is no more.
What's Titoh doing? Why is Titoh screaming? I don't like it. Gratch doesn't like it.
Cache will also reach out and put a hand on Gratch's shoulder to reassure them.
Gratch will put a hand back on Cache's shoulder. But Titoh's the one screaming. Why are we holding shoulders?
Because Gratch needs to be strongest.
Gratch is... Oh, okay. Gratch be strongest. Gratch can be strongest.
My heart! Oh my god!
Gratch, go save everybody!
And Gratch is gonna bolt down the tunnel.
Now hold on.
Okay. All right. Is anybody doing anything, or are you all running after Gratch?
Can I do a knowledge check on first aid?
On whom?
Well, more of a general knowledge thing. So obviously we've seen what the other survivors, refugees, or, you know, people of these tunnels have been talking about, and saying how people came back not the same and deteriorated. Would it make sense that repeated hearing of this kind of traumatic psychological noise could lead to this kind of like an extreme trauma response, essentially, whereas people shut down and stuff? Like, should we just be resisting this as much as possible because it could lead to us becoming infected or hurt or broken in some way?
I think that's an insight.
An insight. Okay. I rolled a 14, and I have a 0 on insight, so 14.
I'll say that like the actual, unless Cache has done some like some courses in psychology that I'm not aware of, I don't feel like his information is specific enough that he's convinced of this. But it definitely, like, you're a Krogan, right? You see what happens to people who are purportedly strong, who go through nasty shit. And a lot of people, like you, I am certain you have seen people go through shit and pretend that it's fine, and it fucks them up. And so you wouldn't know the science behind it, but there would definitely be if we listen to a lot of this, I'm really going to be an unhappy clam.
That's my thing. Like, Cache has like a +5 in first aid, and my thought is it's battle first aid. It's not like, oh, I'm in a hospital. It's battlefield, like somebody's had a limb blown off and we know how to cauterize the wound kind of scenarios and stuff. So yeah, my thought is like battle fatigue, kind of like what used to be called shell shock, we now call PTSD, but that kind of thing is what I'm thinking here. So
you would also remember that the Asari said that they came back talking in languages that nobody recognized. Or saying things that didn't make sense. And so I'd say, like, you're at the point where you're like, this doesn't seem healthy, but I don't know that you're sure what to do about it yet other than GTFO, and Gratch is going the wrong way.
Yeah.
As Gratch does. Love him to bits. Thank you for progressing my plot.
Gratch is the plot device confirmed.
Forward progression is good.
Subtle metagaming.
How can I sum that up in hash words?
Mood.
Whatever we're hearing, it's might be related to what turned those other people into something else and broke their minds. We gotta be careful, resist what we're hearing, and get the hell out of here.
And I think at that point is when Gratch runs off. Hey, wait!
You know what upsets Titoh about Gratch? Because Gratch doesn't do it on purpose. Gratch's gonna beat you up.
Gratch is running. You guys following?
Well, Cash, that would be a wonderful idea. However,
and she just, like, head points towards Gratch. And sets on going.
I'll bring up the rear from an elevated position.
Do you let go of me before you...
No, I keep holding on to Bean's hand and I just yank them with me. Like, we're going.
Love that.
Like, we're not splitting up. This is not a split the team up kind of situation.
Let's split up and look for clues, gang.
Don't split the party.
So you all run after Gratch. And you very quickly realize that, Gratch, you get there first. You come to a room. It has definitely been carved out of the eezo. And at the end of the room, as though they have been placed at the back of this room, are half a dozen perfect spheres of crystal. They glow from within. They have these gorgeous crystalline matrices on the inside. And as Gratch, you come in first, and everybody else, you come in on his heels. I would like everyone to roll me another resolve check, please.
Oh, no.
$21.
Gratch, you are so in you are in the moment. You are in your Gratch's strongest. You do the hum. You're like, no more hum, and you just ignore it. You straight up fucking ignore it. What's everybody else getting?
17.
10.
All right. Oh, Bean. Oh, poor Bean. Bean rolled a crit
it's
fail.
It's a 1.
Oh no. Okay. Carver and Titoh, you are buffeted as you come in. Titoh, you see the ultraviolet arcing off of these spheres, and you get another wave of. You recognize them as memories, but you're right, they're not your memories. And it's a jumble. It's nothing like the clear picture that you had the first time, but it is again these memories of pain and suffering. Carver, the voices are angrier this time. They're saying things that really cut you, that they shouldn't know. Things like hang on, because this is stuff that people don't know. I'm going to DM you.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no. Secrets. Ah!
I hate it here. I don't. I love it.
Wait, you guys have secrets?
Carver hates it here. Hunter fucking loves
The man was too stunned to speak.
No, I knew it was coming. Fuck.
Yeah. So that's the kind of things that you're hearing. But you can tell that they are not you, and they're also saying things like, "We will make it better. We will ease your pain. Come with us. release yourself, things like that. I need Zin and I need Cash before I deal with Bean.
10.
You get another wave of much the same stuff. There's the crashing waves in the background and the perfect Hanar grammar. And even though you've got Cash's reason in the back of your mind going, this isn't real, it's really hard not to believe it, partially because I feel like you may have heard things like this before from people who claim to care about you in your past. Cash, what did you get?
I got 13 again.
Jesus Christ, you guys. You hear a more of the same. I'll say on a second 13 though, you can pick out, it sounds like pickaxes. It sounds like mining. Shady's like, what the fuck? Shay, you had a question.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure you have many questions.
Yeah. Okay, you said I could see the ultraviolet light.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also like noticing that there's a memories, like so the light is carrying, like, is that their visual memories or still audio memories?
There's still audio memories, but you're kind of getting as you show up and this is hitting you and the others. I feel like you're probably putting together that they're one and the same.
Okay. And am I hearing or seeing these memories from all of those crystals or like one specific one?
It's flickering fast enough that you can't tell if it's coming from one or all of them, but they are all firing these rays at you, for lack of a better term.
So we'll be hearing the same things then? Because if it's kind of all coming at us all at once?
I don't think you would know because you cannot telepathically know what's going on in your crewmates' heads.
That's sorry. I guess I was being too meta there. I was just like curious.
Little too meta. That would be a question for everybody else.
It's been a long time.
Okay, my dear Bean. My dear Bean.
Oh no.
Oh, be gentle.
This is a bad start.
Gentle me with care.
Kill me with care. I've got your hand, Bean.
Titoh, you're pulling Bean along, and suddenly Bean's hand goes slack. And Bean, I'm gonna tell you. Bean, you get one word, and that's welcome.
I do want to roll an investigation on the orbs.
Sure, absolutely.
When it reaches a moment where
okay.
I can.
I'm going to give Bean a second to decide how they're reacting to what they've just discovered, and then we will definitely do that.
Can I get a vibe on that welcome?
Can I roll a vibe check?
Do I feel welcome? Or is it like an ominous welcome? Or
I'm gonna say there is a lot going on here, and you are still getting this overwhelming surge of just painful, scared, sorrowful subvocals, but the voices are telling you that it's gonna be okay. We've got you. Come with us. We have you now. You're gonna be okay.
And I'm gonna look at Titoh because she's holding my hand. Where are you taking me?
I'm just making sure you're keeping up.
Where? Why? Where are we going?
I'm going to... Can I roll like an insight or something medical? Because I want to kind of like...
Absolutely.
Like bug eye at them and see what's going on.
While you're doing that, Bean's just gonna step forward and slowly reach out the untethered hand and boop you on the nose. Just very slowly approach. Boop. It's very friendly.
The insight was 9.
You with no other context clues, Bean's being kind of weird, especially because then Bean just booped you on the nose, and yeah, they've kind of gone from holy shit to you okay there, buddy?
As they boop me, it's when you boop a cat and they kind of do this. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna boop me on the nose, and Tyler's gonna just like shake it off, like what on earth, and then just hold tighter onto their hand. Be like, something's going on. I'm gonna watch over you.
Your nose is like real squishy, by the way.
Just Bean, just stay close to me.
Is that my name?
You have been listening to I Should Roll, Ride of the Valkyrie, Episode 9, Lost Signals, featuring the voices of Hans Cummings as Zynamondan, Grové as Titoh Raas, Chase Hutchison as Gratch, Hunter LaPaglia as Carver Fairbank, J.D. Kelly as Kache, Leah Ryan as Bean Gainian, and Kaya Renwick as everyone and everything else. Music and sound effects are used under Creative Commons or royalty-free licenses. For the extended credits, please see the show notes, and for more information, please visit ishouldroll.com. Find us everywhere on social media at iShouldRoll, and don't forget to leave us a review. I Should Roll is an Intergalactic Improv Initiative production. This fan podcast is a transformative work and is not affiliated with the Electronic Arts or BioWare. Thank you for listening. Have a pleasant day.